The protests in support of Azerbaijan were held in Luxembourg, Britain, and the Czech Republic. Paris and Moscow clash over influence on Yerevan. In Karabakh, the process of the return of the Armenian population to Armenian territory has begun. How do Baku and Yerevan seek a peaceful settlement despite new evidence of militarization of Karabakh by the Armenian army? AZfront gives an explanation. On September 23rd, in Luxembourg, on 15th Avenue in front of the entrance to the building of the European Parliament Secretariat, the protest action of European AZfront activists in support of the full restoration of Azerbaijani sovereignty in Karabakh took place. More than 100 people took part in the action. They chanted AZfront and Karabakh.
AZfront, AZfront, Karabakh, Karabakh, Karabakh.
Separatism in Ukraine and separatism in Azerbaijan are the same evil, reads one of the campaign posters. On the same day, on September 23rd, an information campaign on the tragic consequences of Armenian mines planted on the territory of Azerbaijan took place in London and Manchester. Trucks with slogans on LED screens drove through the main streets. On September 24th, an exhibition dedicated to Armenia's mine terror against Azerbaijan was also held in Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic. All these protests were held as a response to the intensifying campaign to discredit Azerbaijan. We discussed this in a video from 21st of September.
A media campaign was launched against Azerbaijan to discredit it in the eyes of the world community.
The anti-terrorist activities to restore Azerbaijani sovereignty over Karabakh has led not only to increased media pressure on Baku, but also to a clash between France and Russia for influence over Yerevan. Russia is backing the opposition, which seeks to overthrow Pashinyan's rule. But the French magazine L'Express argues that the opposition poses no danger because it is pro-Russian and does not have public sympathy. One of the major Russian telegram channels brief reports that Armenian security services have thwarted the plans of Kocharian, Armenia's second president as well as Putin's friend, to organize a change of power in Yerevan. At the same time, the Armenian Security Service is being advised by a group of French counterintelligence officers, DGSI. This seems to be the reason why Maria Zakharova, a spokeswoman for Russia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said on September 21st that official Paris was trying to take over from Moscow the role of mediator in the settlement of Armenian-Azerbaijani conflict. The French publications are also actively writing about the situation in Karabakh. According to La Humanité, most of the civilians, Karabakh Armenians, are waiting for the opening of roadblocks to flee to Armenia. France 24 states, most Armenians want to leave Karabakh. They are echoed by Armenian telegram channels and Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan. The process of returning Armenians to their ethnic homeland has already begun. As of 5 p.m. on September 25th, 6,650 Karabakh Armenians had entered Armenia, announced the press service of the Armenian government. At the same time, the head of the press service of the Ministry of Internal Affairs in Azerbaijan, Elshad Hajiev, said on September 23rd that some Armenian residents of Karabakh have applied to obtain Azerbaijani citizenship. Azerbaijani servicemen continue to find depots with Armenian ammunition in the territory of Karabakh, in Kelbajar, Khojavand, and other regions. On September 23rd, the Azerbaijani Defense Ministry published a list of military equipment, weapons, and ammunition seized from illegal Armenian formations. According to the assistant to the president of Azerbaijan, Hikmet Hajiev, during the years of occupation, Karabakh turned into the most militarized zone in the world. Despite provocations from France and a radicalized part of the Armenian diaspora, Baku and Yerevan demonstrate readiness for a peaceful settlement. At the 78th session of the UN General Assembly in New York, Azerbaijani Foreign Minister Ceyhun Bayramov said that Azerbaijan and Armenia have a historic opportunity to establish good neighbor relations. On September 24th, Armenia Parliament Speaker Alan Simonyan, commenting on the possibility of signing a peace treaty on the 5th of October in the Spanish city of Granada, where Aliyev and Pashinyan will meet, noted that nobody needs eternal war. We want to use this historic chance. The Caucasus and Middle East is closer to Europe than it seems at first glance. Subscribe and click on the bell in order to be informed of the main events. See you soon.